Hello, everybody. Hope all of you are doing very well. Welcome to the Real Tarot 1123. I am going to be doing a reading now for Movie Star Monday. I don't know how many of you all were there on my live this past Sunday where I did the Silver Screen Sunday. I know I have made some changes to my channel, some formatting, etc. So henceforth, we're going to have Movie Star Mondays, Wicked Wednesdays, and Fridays. It's going to be dedicated to those folks who are missing and cases like that. The ones that I was doing for Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays and Sundays, I'm putting them on hold for now. So this Wednesday, though, we are going to have Wicked Wednesday. It's going to be Aleister Crowley, and that is a live. So feel free to join in. And every Friday, when I do the readings for the missing persons, that also will be live. But this one is going to be recorded. Okay, so Movie Star Mondays will always be recorded. Just the next Wicked Wednesday, that is the coming Wednesday, day after tomorrow, which I'm going to be doing Aleister Crowley, it's going to be live. After that, it's all going to be recorded. The only other thing that I will continue to do live is going to be Fridays for a missing persons case. Okay, I don't know why I feel the lighting is a bit off, but that's okay. Let's get started, right? So my skin, as you all can see, I have been having a lot of issues because I was out in the sun, not really out in the sun, but kind of got a little bit more exposed than I should have. And immediately on my face, I started breaking out. It was really, really bad. So I have been taking the necessary medications and putting the necessary, prescribed stuff on my face, and it's kind of calming down. So yeah, that's my story, correct? Okay. So today for Movie Star Monday, I decided to do this reading for Brandon Bruce Lee. As we all know, he was the only son of Bruce Lee. I mean, who in God's world doesn't know Bruce Lee, right? What an incredible person. So, Brandon Bruce Lee, I have his date of birth as February 1st, 1965, and his date of death, March 31st, 1993. So, he really, yeah, 20, yeah, just 20, 28, 29 years old when he died. I'm way too young. I mean, that's just crazy. And I was just looking at some pictures of such a good looking young man. I mean, think about it. It's just unbelievable. It's so sad, so tragic and so sad. I don't know, sometimes I just fail to understand, the ways of the universe, if you will, and also, why things happen the way they do, and what is, I just don't get it. I seriously don't understand. I'm like, I very tragic. All right. So he is February 1st, Aquarius, and died on March 31st, which would be Aries, right? So let's take a look. Sixth house, 1, 2, Cancer, yeah. Very good looking young man. Very good looking young man. Let's see what comes through for Brandon Bruce Lee. We have water, and then we have earth. I wouldn't be surprised if the other elements also come through, fire and air. I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't be surprised. As you can see, I'm shuffling the cards here. Venus, Gemini, interesting, right? One more, Jupiter. Wow, that's quite awesome. Let's do that. Got the Hermit card, the Magician. I'm not at all surprised. And the Fool card, not at all surprised. So with the water element, hang on 1 second, 6, wait, 10, 20. Sixth house talks about work, health, discipline, and habits. I'm going to say this young man was very, very focused on work, health, discipline, and habits. He really was. I do believe that at the end of the day, it was all about being focused on work, making sure that he did whatever, completed on whatever, delivered on whatever commitments he made, very disciplined about his health, and great work ethics. And I'm not surprised. I mean, his mom raised him right, and his dad, I mean, such a disciplined person. First and foremost, his genetic. Secondly, the fact that he was raised by his mom, and considering his dad passed very young, and I'm not surprised at all that he is so disciplined about his work and so focused. But I'm also going to say there's a very fun attitude about him. There's a fun side to his character, like being a joker, having fun, also able to cut loose and kind of just have fun, be a fun person. Doesn't have to be serious and deep all the time. You know what I mean? But then we have the magician card also right under Venus. And Venus, as we know, it's all about the grandioseness, the glamour, the money, the being in the forefront, all the fine things, that sort of a stuff. And then we have the magician. This man had magic. I mean, his career was just starting. He would have reached quite high, if you will, in the movie industry. He was just starting. He was just starting. So he did have the magic touch in terms of having the ability to create and delivering on whatever was asked and expected of him. He absolutely would have. Absolutely. Then we have the Gemini card and the Fool card. Now remember, he's in Aquarius. So fifth house talks about, oh my God, it does. Fifth house is quite quite prominent here. I would say he was all about wanting to have a family and a kid and kids himself. He was all about that. But see, I also feel with the Fool card right here, it says that he was on a new journey. I don't know whether he was going to get married or he had just got married or something, but it looks like he was all about starting a new journey in life. All about starting a new journey in life. Okay, so he was just at the very cusp of everything, like just about to take off for him, like his career growing. Okay, and then the fact that he would have his own family and have his kids and have his own little unit over there. And then you throw in Jupiter. This I'm going to say Brandon Lee, as much as he was an Aquarius and he was creative, he was an artist, he had all that stuff going on, he still was quite a bit of a philosopher himself, right? He had the ability to think, to understand, to delve into, as young as he was. You just assume, people, it's a misconception. People think that young people don't necessarily get into philosophy and all that stuff. He was, the meaning of life and his place in the world, and how does this all work. Very, very philosophical too. I mean, he really was. And there's also this sense of grandioseness about him. Like whatever he did with great intensity and great emotion, because on the one side you have water, which is emotions. On the other side you have Jupiter. So whatever he did with a lot of passion and a lot of drive, and that very intense emotions, and also grandioseness. He never did anything in moderation. His career would have exploded. Absolutely. He was just at the cusp of his career. Now we do have the Hermit card, and the Hermit card does talk about, it's a Taurus card. It talks about, wanting to a lot of introspection and understanding. Keep in mind he's an Aquarius, right? 1, 2, emotions, his family, his mother, that sort of a thing were very, very important for him. He was very much in touch with his emotions. This is just a great guy. I would have loved to have met with him. You could, as much as he had, that royalty in him, if you will. I mean, considering who his dad was, he did come across as being very, who he reminds me of? This is the weirdest thing. When I look at his cards and I looked at his picture, I was like, oh my God, he would have turned out to be, no, I shouldn't say that, because he is his own person, very similar to Keanu Reeves. I mean, that solid, grounded, understands everything about life, could comprehend things, and yet have a fun side to him, right? That creativity. Awesome person. This guy is such a solid guy. I mean, it's so unfortunate that his life has been taken away from him. I mean, so unfortunate. But I'll tell you this, he would have absolutely, his career would have exploded. Absolutely. I see for 18 years he would have had, 18 years is the window of opportunity where his career would have, like 18 years in the limelight. That's what I'm saying. So, I'm not going to use these cards. I'm going to use another deck over here. Let me use this one. Come on, buddy. I'm not going to get into whether his death was, whether it was genuinely an accident or whether, I'm not going into all of that. Conspiracy theory, I'm not doing that. I'm not going there. Unless I very specifically see cards to that effect. So let's see what comes through, okay? Okay, these two just flew off. Or rather, 4 cards. So we have 3 of vessels, okay? What's going on? Did the light just blink here? Again, it did that. Huh. Okay. We have 3 of cups, which is celebration. Then we have the death card. Okay. Then we have Queen of Wands. And then we have Ace of Wands. Oh my goodness. So I unfortunately, whatever celebration he intended to celebrate, or whatever the cause for his celebration, whether it was his impending marriage or anything like that, unfortunately it didn't get a chance to come through because clearly he died. So the celebration was stopped by death. It was to the Queen of Wands, okay? And that I do believe is his fiancée, whoever it is he was going to marry or going to propose to. But then with the Ace of Wands over here, he was most definitely wanting to have a family with her. He was most definitely wanting to have a family with her. He was like, yeah, that's fine. I want to get married to her. We will get married. But unfortunately, all of that came to a standstill. I wouldn't be surprised if they were talking about getting pregnant and even, like, I'm sure the conversation was like, even if we get pregnant before we get married, it's okay, type of a thing. That's what I feel this new creation is all about, this Ace of Wands. Oh, so sad. This is a really nice person. I mean, seriously, a nice person. Then we have 4 of Swords. No wonder, y'all. 4 of Swords. Look at that. Look at the way the cards are popping out. And then we have 10 of Swords. Oh my God. I can't. This is like, you can't make up this stuff, y'all. You just can't make up this stuff. See, the 4 of Swords is coming right under this. Here, you know what? Let's do this. Let me just, here. There, that way you can see the cards, correct? This is my little thing. I kept it on the computer. I'm going to set it aside now. So the 4 of Swords is right under the Death card. Absolutely. This is like, and then you have the 10 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords does talk about, this is just my cheat sheet about his name. The Ten of Swords does talk about, complete painful rock bottom ending, like absolute complete. There was no way he would have recovered this, be it an accident or not. There was no way he would have recovered. He would not have recovered that. Ooh. And then you have the Page of Wands. Y'all, I don't know what's going on. I feel like oh my God. Shoot, I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. Sorry about that. I'm surprised. Okay, so did we talk about the Page of Staves, the Page of Wands, right? So we have the Four of Swords and the Ten of Swords. I don't think there was any way he could have come out of this shooting or this whatever. I don't think so. Okay, I don't. Absolute. It was like a one and done. One and done. Like there was no way he was going to come out of it. Then we have the Page of Wands, right? So the Page of Wands does talk about, creativity, new projects, new ideas, wanting to create, wanting to go ahead. So let's take a look and see why that is popping up now after the fact that these cards have popped up. The World card. Oh my God. Okay. So this is validation to me, saying that his creativity and his intellect and his ability to put in the emotions and the effort and grow big is there. So the World card says his creativity, of course, has come to an end, and it's like the world coming to an end. It's like the cyclical nature of life coming to an end. But on the other hand, I'm going to say his creativity would have taken him to such heights of success, right? It would have taken him to such heights of success that people would have been shocked, because they would never have expected that from him, because his father was all about martial arts. I don't know how much he was into martial arts, but they were like, oh wow, this guy would have gone on to do wonders. He would have gone on to do wonders. So unfortunate. Breaks my heart. And such a good looking young man too. And then here we have Six of Pentacles, give and take. I'm going to say Brandon Bruce Lee is somebody who was all about generosity. You got to give to get, that kind of a person. I think he understood that. There was almost a sense of spiritual maturity about him, where he understood all of that. Let me turn this a little bit, because I'm feeling like kind of weird. I like to have that. So you'll see the cards. So I do believe that he had that level of spiritual maturity, where he understood a lot more than one would think somebody of his age and coming from the kind of background that he does would have. Now, needless to say that his father was very evolved, very mature. His views and ideas of everything about life was so different. He wasn't just Bruce Lee, the martial artist. There was so much more to that man that unfortunately a lot of people didn't get to see, because people couldn't look past Bruce Lee, the martial artist. If only they looked past Bruce Lee, the martial artist, they would have seen so much more to him. I mean, there was so much more to him. Anywho, then you have the King of Pentacles. He would have gone on to be very, very successful as far as his career was concerned, financially. Not that they didn't have the success. He would have gone on to really be successful. I mean, financially have the success, have the fame and fortune, if you will. Oh my God, the Lovers card. So it's very interesting, because we have Gemini here and the Lovers card. The Lovers card, as we all know, talks about love, friendship, partnership, duality, divine and earthly love. So hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth house. Yeah, there was a lot of speculation too as far as that was concerned. Like, I don't know how long he dated. I don't know the name of the lady who was dating or he was going to propose to. I don't know. I don't know none of that. But I will tell you this, there was a lot of speculation, because I feel like people were kind of wondering, okay, who is he going to get married to or whatever. There must have been a little bit of speculation as far as that is concerned, to a certain extent, I think you could say he was kind of sort of Hollywood royalty. I mean, I don't know. That's what I think. So there must have been some speculation about that. So let's see. Let's go and see further. And then you have the Justice card. I'm going to say that the person he chose, he wanted to propose to or get married to, very justified, very much justified. But then decisions were made, y'all. Decisions were made. 1, 2, 3. Ninth house. Ninth house talks about the father, distant travel, intellect. Decisions were made. I feel that decisions were made well in advance. Now, what are those decisions? Okay, so show me what decision was made. King of Swords and Temperance card. The decision was made by a King of Swords to temper something. Temper his advancement, maybe? Who is this King of Swords, though? I want to know. The King of Swords is somebody who is a very strategic thinker, all about money, all about, not money. A strategic thinker who has the ability to make right decisions that will influence the money aspect of it. I feel this guy, okay, decisions were made by this guy to balance out or temper Brandon's growth. I wonder why, though. I wonder why. So now, remember I said I'm not going to talk about whether it was conspiracy or not. I'm not going to look into all of that. Now I'm beginning to wonder, like, what the hell is going on? Why is everything is red? What the heck? Okay, whatever. I struggle so much with this skin thingy, with this lupus thingy, and somebody let me know in the comment section, because I've noticed my back, like, it's constantly like prickly. What's that prickly heat? You know how you get that in summertime? I'm struggling with it 24/7. And then we have the Chariot card. Now this is a Cancer card. Again, we have the Water card right over here and the Moon. So let's take a look. So 6, 8, and 11. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6th house is Cancer, and that's work, health, discipline, and habits. 8th house is Libra. 9, 10, 11th house is no. 11th house is Sagittarius. No wonder Sagittarius has popped up, because it's all about his 11th house. He's an Aquarius, isn't he? 11th house is Sagittarius, and the Jupiter popped up way back in advance. So I'm going to say he definitely did have his own group of people who supported him and who were surrounding him and who would have propelled him forward. But right, because 11th house talks about like-minded people and groups and friends. Now the 6th house, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th house talks about work, health, discipline, and habits, which he was, and the Cancer card pops up because the Chariot card is ruled by Cancer. It talks about maintaining focus and attention to detail. And the 8th house is Virgo, which is ruled by Mercury. And we have Gemini here, which is also ruled by Mercury. He would have been a very versatile actor. That's what I'm going to say. Brandon Bruce Lee would have been a very, very versatile actor. I haven't seen any of his work, so I couldn't tell you. But I guarantee he would have grown up to be a very, very versatile actor. Now, with the Chariot card, it does talk about the need to the necessity and the need to maintain focus and pay attention to details. So you will always be, your approach is always balanced, your thought process is balanced, and so that way you can always have a very balanced approach to whatever endeavor you wanted to do. But see, now I'm seriously beginning to think and question whether his death was a genuine accident or it was conveniently staged to be an accident. This card fell off. Let me see what it says. Oh, 2 cards. 4 of Cups and Ace of Cups. Oh my goodness. an offer was made to somebody. Okay, there is a feeling of apathy, unfulfilled, surprised gifts. An offer was made and the offer was not accepted. It was like, yeah, no, no, thank you. And then another offer was made, Ace of Cups, and this is the offer that was accepted. So I wonder if this King of Swords is the one who made that offer, and maybe they were in talks for some business dealings and Brandon didn't accept it, but he went with this, and that must have pissed off this person. I don't know. Now I'm beginning to think, see, we can't say everything is a conspiracy theory and everything was murdered, made to look like suicide. We can't say that. We have to be logical too, right? I mean, yeah, it's so romantic and it's so whatever to think like so, but we have to look at facts and reality too. Could it have been a genuine accident? Most probably, yes. And again, disclaimer, these are my observations and my opinions. Please do your own research, do your own due diligence, form your own conclusions, and draw your own opinions. And this is for entertainment purposes only. So initially I said I'm not going to get suckered into it until the cards show me otherwise. Now I'm beginning to wonder whether it was, I do believe that, I'm going to say this. 6 months before this incident happened, I do believe Brandon had another close call. I'm going to say it. Somebody can check up and let me know. He did have another close call and just shrugged it off as a accident. Okay, this one. So this one is Eight of Pentacles and King of Vessels. So Eight of Pentacles says, even though he may have had a close call, he continued to work. He was like, I'm still going to continue to work regardless of whether it is this offer or this offer. I chose not to go here. I chose to go this way. I'm going to continue to work. That's okay. I'm going to continue to fine tune my craft, and I'm going to continue down that path. But the King of Vessels, I have a feeling that somebody's emotions have been greatly hurt. Somebody's emotions were greatly hurt. Very kind of almost a bruised ego. I wonder why. I wonder who. And there's a complete shutdown of emotions. I wonder why. I have a sense of, I'm feeling tired now, although it has been a busy day, but not to the extent where I feel, I can tell when it is tired because I am tired as opposed to the energy. It's so weird. I'm like kind of feeling like really tired, like I'm so over this tired, that kind of a thing. Like, oh, I can't deal, I'm just so tired with all this nonsense, that kind of an energy. Very interesting. Very interesting. The Hermit card pops up again. Did we have the Hermit card earlier too? Right? So I think with this emotional blockage, whatever, whether it was him or somebody else, there was again a need to go back in and do some soul searching and understand and figure out, with the Hermit card about, try to find a way out of this situation, try to find a way of healing, try to find a way to forgive, move on. What do I need to do? What action do I need to take to come out of this situation type of thing? I don't know why I'm looking there. That's my big camera and that camera isn't even on. Only this camera is on. It's the weirdest thing. I kind of confuse myself. When this is on, I look there. When that is on, I look here. I got to get over that. It's like, what are you doing, girl? All right. So now we have Eight of Swords and Knight of Vessels. I'm going to say there might have been something that transpired in Brandon's life, his professional life, where he was put in a situation where almost like somebody coming in and heavyweights coming in and saying, no, this is it, and that sort of a thing. And he tried to make the best decision given the circumstances and make the right decision and go with the right person. But unfortunately, I think Brandon knew that no matter what, there was always going to be one person who was going to be butthurt about the decision he made. And he's like, there's no way I could have satisfied both. Somebody was going to be butthurt about it. So which is the bigger hurt, or who's going to, that sort of a thing. And I'm going to say that it's very unfortunate, y'all. He did feel like with the Eight of Swords, he did feel like his hands were tied behind his back. He did feel like there's no winning for me in this situation. You can't win for losing type of a situation. So he did feel that. And he's like, well, I'm just going to have to go with the flow and make the right decision and see how things turn out. That was his attitude. Where's this deck? Oh, shoot. I forgot where I kept the rest of this deck. Very unfortunate. Let's take a look. So sad. Oops. All right. Oh, that wasn't a bad shuffle at all, considering how round these cards are. Oh, and as I say that, okay, there we go. No reversals in this, so because these cards, as you can see, are round, like little doilies. Aren't they pretty though? No? I feel like the light has dimmed in this room, y'all. I have my ring light on. I have this table lamp on, which has got 3 big bulbs on it. I have the top light on. All the bulbs are working. But I feel like dark. I almost feel like I don't know what's going on here. No, see, I feel like the light has dimmed. I don't know what's going on. Like lights have been dimmed, like dim the lights, right? I have to go back and watch this video. Like there's a darkness. I don't know. The High Priestess. Ace of Wands. See, did you see that? That's crazy. The Moon card. And then we have the Five of Wands. And then the 10 of Wands. It's been a long time. My camera used to freeze on me. It's been a long time that's happened. But now I'm sensing that it's happening here. It's crazy. So the High Priestess, Ace of Wands, the Moon card, the Five of Wands, and the 10 of Swords. This tells me with the High Priestess, of course, is ruled by the Moon, right? Obviously, it's ruled by the Moon. And then we have the Moon card here as well. So the Moon card tells us that beware of deception, right? And I'm going to say it also kind of, I have a feeling he did kind of sort of know that, I wouldn't be surprised if he had some psychic intuitiveness about him. Like he was highly intuitive, I would say, be it psychic or whatever, that's a different level. But I do believe he was intuitive. Y'all, this is the weirdest feeling, y'all. This is the weirdest feeling. I'm sure y'all will watch this video and y'all will comment, and I'm sure I'll get emails. It's almost like there's a darkness in the room. It's the weirdest thing. It's the same equipment, the same lights, the same everything. The curtains are open. I don't understand what is going on right now, but I feel like the lights have been dimmed. I want to almost say the stage lights have been dimmed, but I know a lot of people say, oh, you're being very dramatic. But I really, feel like so. But my candle's going, everything is fine. But okay, so I believe that there is deception. I do believe he had some highly intuitive, his intuition was heightened awareness. And the Ace of Staves, Ace of Wands says, this was regarding the new project. This was regarding the new stuff that was being made, the offer that was being made. And then the Five of Staves says, well, the Five of Staves is Wands, rivalries, challenges, and obstacles, and then the 10. I am going to end this by saying this was a setup. But I'm also going to tell you his mom was always worried about it. His mom was always worried. She was always worried. I'm at this point in time leaning towards, again, this is my opinions, and people say, oh, what, she must be her head's in the clouds for her. No, not everything is a conspiracy theory, but now I'm going to say that this was set up, like it was clear intention. He was not going to come out of that. One way or the other, he wasn't going to come out of that. Somebody can confirm whether he had an accident or something, about a few months before he died. That was the first attempt. His intuition was up. He kind of sort of felt. See, when the moon card shows up and the high priestess shows up too, it says high priestess is ruled by the moon. It says there's a quietness, something remains hidden, don't rush, take it easy. Of course, it also signifies woman. So I feel like his mother must have had a conversation with him and said, make sure you make the right decisions. Are you sure? Take care, everything, whatever. And I have a feeling she also felt that something was off. But with the moon card, it clearly says there was deception there. There was deception. Which led to his demise, the Ten of Swords. The Three of Wands, the Five of Sea. Now all the fighting is coming up. The Three of Wands, I do believe, says that he was wanting to expand and travel and take it further, be it his endeavors, his business opportunities, or whatever brilliant idea he had. He wanted to travel with that could be physical travel, like take it to another country or whatever, or also propel it, like push it forward, push that idea, push that concept, push that business idea or whatever, like expand, go forth with it, right? And then it says Five of Swords, and then Five of Swords says, no, somebody did try to steal his ideas, somebody did try to bully him and say, no, that's not your idea or whatever, tried to take it away from him. So I think he must have been fighting or upset or something, because somebody wanted his concept and his idea and make it their own, and he's like, I'm not going to give up power. I'm not going to give it away to you to go and do whatever you want to do. I am going to run it. And see the Lover's card again. So this Lover's card again. So I wonder if his girlfriend or fiancé kind of sort of knew about it. I wonder if he wanted to travel with his fiancée and there must have been a little bit of an argument there. That's possible too, right? And the Lover's card does say, duality. So there was something going on over here, y'all. It shows duality in a business area. It can also show duality in a personal relationship area. So maybe they might have had an argument or something like that. And then the World card. And then the Ten of Pentacles. So I do believe if he had the ability to go forward with this idea and do it on his own, and if he had continued, if he had the opportunity to live his life, and if his trajectory was not cut short, he would have continued, regardless of the obstacles in his way, regardless of the little bit of mercurial energy over there, like, we're going this way, but we're going to change tactics and go this way, and whatever all that was, he would have still gone on to be a success. He literally would have been on top of the world, right? Success anyway, monetarily, spiritually, any which way, success. And then he would have had the Ten of Pentacles. He would have had that ability. All this would have led to long-term finances. Yeah, I want to tell you something. However you look at it, I do believe a lot of big money was involved in it. And he was not willing to give up power. He was not willing to give up that power to somebody else. He was like, I'm going to keep it and I'm going to do it. I wonder if it had something to do with the legacy that his father left for him. Again, I'm looking at that camera. My God, girl, get it together. And the lens cover is on even. I keep forgetting. I don't know. I suppose the last few times I've done the lives, I've had that camera going on, so I've forgotten. So, yeah. It must have been regarding some legacy type of a situation. See, again, my eyes are drawn there. I wonder if it has anything to do with his energy even, because this is a little computer camera. That's a proper, like, pro camera. King of Pentacles. He would have gone on to have the long-term legacy and the long-term money. I think this has something to do with that kind of a money. I wouldn't be surprised if it had something to do with the legacy his father left him, and he wanted to build on it and take it forward. But he wanted to keep control over it and keep it within the family. But somebody didn't want that. They wanted it for themselves because they knew it was a money moniker, right? So Queen of Pentacles. So now all that is left in the hands of a female in the family. I don't know who the female is. All that has been left in the hands of the female in the family. Whether it's his mother or somebody else, I don't know. She's got a little bit of a tough situation ahead of her. She's got 7 of Wands. She's got to protect herself against competition. People are going to try to continue to undercut her. And then this King of Vessels. This King of Vessels is somebody that we really need to watch out for, y'all. Because I'm beginning to think that is, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I wonder who this King of Vessels is. Yeah, she's got to kind of, She has to also control her emotions and not whoever this person is. Oh, and then we have the Death card. Oh, the King of Vessels. I don't know, y'all, who that individual is. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I wonder if that's the person who created all this drama and was trying to control Bruce Lee, and he didn't want that. He was like, no, I'm not going to. And I wonder if that same individual is trying to control the lady now in the family who's managing all of this. This individual, who is this? Who is this? I wish I had a name for this King of Cups. Let's see. I have no idea who it is. D as in Danny. Q as in. So yeah, DQ, right? The first thing we think about is Dairy Queen, but no, it isn't. Oh, that's the first thing that came to my mind, Dairy Queen. Oops. Oh, we had a spillover here. Hang on one second. That is, there we go. Boo, boo, boo. I don't know what this means. I got a Christmas tree. Christmas tree. I'll figure out what it is. You guys are smart. My subscribers are so smart. They are like little detectives there. They know what. And a key. Beautiful, very interesting key. So it's very interesting, y'all. I don't know who that King of Cups is. It'll come to me. It'll come to me sometime. But we'll see. I don't know who it is. Could be another company, could be an individual, group of individuals. See, and the Moon card again, there's something very hidden. Y'all, I am going to say now that, which is a water sign also, it rules Cancer. The Moon rules the Cancer thing. Now I can say with a little bit more confidence that it's a bit sketchy, the way he died. You know what I mean? I don't believe that let me say it again, my opinions, right? Y'all know that. I do believe that there's something a little questionable about the way he died. I'm going to say it. This card is popping up so many times. Because he was a very disciplined guy. He knew, so I don't know what. Betrayal. Yes, absolutely. Yes. What did we have? The Moon card, then the Betrayal card. Yes, absolutely. It was betrayal. 2 cards. 7 of Pentacles. Knight of Vessels. 7 of Pentacles does talk about, patience and hard work and waiting to see results. But the Knight of Vessels comes forth, and the Knight of Vessels says, okay, there is a proposal. Okay. There is a proposal. I'm giving you a proposal. Let me see if any of those negative cards pop up. Energies pop up. The Wheel of Fortune. Accept my proposal. Okay, accept my proposal, continue to work, accept my proposal. You will have the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is a Sagittarius Jupiter card, movement, fortune, and the wheel is going to turn to bring you something new. And then we have the Eight of Wands, quick news. It's going to come at great speed. Okay, so action, great speed, whatever this was going to be, was going to bring a lot of fortune, and it was going to be like quick action. It was going to come through very quickly. Okay, and then you have the Fool card. That would have taken place so quickly, wherein they could have immediately started off on a completely new journey and completely new trajectory. Y'all, there's big money involved in this, I'll tell you that. There's big money involved in this. And Justice. Four of Cups. I'm going to end this. Are y'all seeing this light going like that? I don't know. I'm really kind of confused. I do believe there's big money involved in this. I do believe whatever action they were going to take, or whatever it was he was planning, would have brought him a lot of success really quick. Wheel of Fortune, lot of success really quick with the Eight of Wands. And then somebody was disappointed because they're like, no, that should have been ours. We shouldn't have let him get away with it. And then it was like, yeah, no, we're not going to let you get away with it, right? Because it would have been a new journey, a completely new trajectory for Brandon Bruce Lee, and they were not going to allow it, because they were not. Remember when this card came up earlier, somebody made an offer and he wasn't too happy with it. Now they are like, we are not too happy that he went with them. And Justice card, justice was served in their opinion. Oh my God, no, yeah. And I was going to make this just a half an hour video. It's gone on for long enough, and I'm being drawn to pull one more card for Brandon. Oh, that didn't work out. Let's shuffle it one more time. Ten of Wands. He knew this project. I said, give me one card to summarize all of this. He knew that this one project would have, it weighed heavily on his shoulders. He was almost there at the finishing line where he could have let everything and said, taken a breath and said, now everything is coming together. He was at the very tip over there, okay, of success. Whatever this project was, this had a lot of money, a lot of stuff, a lot of big people involved, like big money involved. Seven of Pentacles, gaslighting card. Wait, let me show you guys. They gaslighted him, y'all, this poor kid. Okay, I'm going to stop it at that. I hope you all enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your support. I know I made some changes to my channel because it just got too much for me, and I felt like I wasn't focusing enough on other things, and also as far as my personal life, my personal health, and my family, etc. Because putting out videos every single day and then doing 2 to 3 live streams, and then my website and my consultations and my astrology channel, I was like, oh my goodness. Now, not to say that these series, I will bring them back, but I'm not going to do it on a regular basis. Maybe once in a couple of months, I'll bring back a whole week or 2 weeks. I'll do the series and then put it on hold. We'll work it. I'm not going to kind of completely erase the series. Maybe I'll take a break and bring it back for a couple of weeks and again take a break. But then this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is always going to be on. Always going to be on. All other postings, videos will be stopped for a while. I'm not going to be doing the Saturday classes for a while. I will, however, have Saturday classes on my website. So if you want information about that, do email me and I'll tell you how and what and when and all that. Beginners, intermediate, and advanced classes, and that sort of a thing. So anyway, as far as the weekly, monthly, and year ahead readings, please head on over to my website, The Real Tarot, www.therealtarot1123.com. It is in the description box. And it's a very user-friendly, very interactive website. You have all the information there with regards to subscriptions and your personal readings and how much and where you can decide the date and time. You can put in the date and time for your reading request. It's all automated. You have control over it. You decide the kind of reading you want. And then once you put all that information and the payment comes through, then you get a confirmation, and lo and behold, we get going. So thank you so very much. Much appreciate you all. You can, of course, continue to email me. I do have blog, Facebook, and Insta. I haven't started. Actually, I think tomorrow my posting will be up on Facebook and Instagram. So that way we can get caught up with all of that. Thank you so much and see you in the next video. Blessed be.